coming to you from Agora Mall. Fatigued looking wing bro today, it has to be said. So, yeah, if you're new to this channel, I'm Joseph. I discuss, well, it's not just discuss. I talk about cold approach, but I also demonstrate it as well. And the goal of this channel, what I do on this channel, is to help guys who are struggling to get leads, help guys who could use further information about how male-female dynamics really works. A lot of it's been lost. And so that's what we do on this channel, boys. We get you sorted, we sort out your personal life in record time. 3 days with me, you don't have to worry about your personal life ever again. Check out my website, josephwingbro.com. Link in the description. And yeah, that's what we do on this channel. That's what we do, and that's what we do in person as well. And really, the purpose of this channel, as it stands currently, and really as I think it's always going to be, is it's not to grow a massive channel. That's not the purpose of this channel. If I could somehow use telepathy and maybe holograms to get to all the exact guys that I want to get to, I would do that. 90% of the people on the internet and in the world I don't want to talk to, I don't want to get to. I just want to get to that certain 10% of guys who know there's more out there for them. They're well put together guys, but they realize they're struggling to bridge the gap at the moment between themselves and the women, even though there are women everywhere. How the fuck do you just strike up a conversation and get a girl's number in the middle of the street? Like, literally, how do you do that? I can teach you how to do that. I demo it on this channel. And then, how do we maintain male-female polarity in 2026? Another question, you know, in this so-called feminized society. That's just, by the way, that's a thin illusion. It's not a feminized society at all. On the surface it looks like it, but deep down it isn't. Women haven't changed organically, their biology is unchanged. Maybe it's a society that's been shaped more towards women in recent years, but that can, you know, that can change very rapidly. And it's only in a few countries as well, a few unfortunate countries. So I live in Latin America, I live in Dominican Republic. I like Latin America because I think it's got a very good dynamic between the sexes. Overall, it's very, very good. It's very healthy. The men are men, the women are women. They get on with passion. They get on in a level of harmony. There's very clear expectations of both sexes. And yeah, it's just a very, very, it's one of the main things I like about the culture. I think, like, for example, the Middle East, I think they do understand male-female nature. They do understand it. They understand what happens if things get too dysregulated, but they've gone way too far in the opposite direction. Yeah, so that, to me, that's way too much. Western Europe has gone batshit crazy. USA, look at the divorce rates in those countries. USA is now 70% divorce rate, you know? So we can't learn anything from a failing culture. We can't learn anything from a failing culture. You have to look to those few examples of men out there who can actually help you with this. This is something I've got figured out pretty deeply, I would say, at this point. You know, if I think of like the girls I've been with in recent years, I've not had a girl break up with me in more than in about 10 years. 10 years. And even then, she broke up with me. I effectively broke up with her, really. I started dating someone else. She found out she broke up with me. And it really is because that scenario is because I know things that other guys don't know. It sounds arrogant and cocky, but it's not. I'm not saying I'm better than other guys. I'm not saying I've got something that you don't. We're all flesh and blood and bone. But I know things that other guys don't know. And so that's why I have a big advantage in relationships, a really big advantage. Now I also know daytime cold approach as well as nighttime approach as well. I was a club promoter for 4 years, so I've seen everything under the sun when it comes to male-female dynamics under the dim lights in the club. Having done daytime approach and got numbers from girls in as countries as diverse as Brazil, Dominican Republic, UK, North Macedonia, I mean that's out on a limb, Bosnia, Turkey, yeah. Where else have I done daytime approach? Obviously Barcelona, Spain as well. So I've done daytime in a lot of different countries. I've kind of proven my point in a lot of different countries. So from the very first meet with the girl in the day or in the club, right through to walking down the aisle and way beyond that, I've got you covered on this channel. I've got you covered on this channel. How are you and how are you, my friend? And so today we're going to discuss a few things, but we'll start off with why men need to be in a gang. Okay? You think, Wing bro, you've been talking about relationships, now you're talking about gangs. What's this got to do with anything? This is a major flaw in this whole space right now. It's a major flaw in the whole space right now. In terms of the way people are conceiving of male-female interaction. Obviously on the interaction itself, it's man versus woman, it's man and woman. But everything that goes into supporting you as a man to be in a space where you can just go over to beautiful girls in the streets and get their number. There's an invisible army behind me when I go out, right? And that's one of my biggest advantages. I've got boys in my mastermind group I can literally message. I've got very close friends that I've winged with for more than 20 years, like since we were 15. I can call up anytime. I've got, you know, brothers, nephews, uncles who spiritually are there with me as well as I'm coming into my approaches. And so whilst one guy goes in feeling like maybe shitting himself, he's on his own, he's nervous, he's lonely, I understand that. And I was there as well myself. I'm able to go in with a spiritual force alongside me. If you imagine yourself imagine how you would feel if you walked over to a girl, right? And you had literally a gang of 20 absolute animals stood right behind you, just chilling, just like backing you up. Imagine how different you would feel compared to just skulking over on your own, having walked around alone for 2 hours, trying to muster up the courage to approach. Yeah, just if you can mentalize that, you'll see where I'm coming from. Okay, so it's very important for your approach itself to be connected in to the right guys and to be connected in to guys who are supporting you, right? But also guys who expect, you know, I expect a certain standard from people that I associate with. In terms of guys who are doing cold approach, the guys who I actually wing with in my personal life, they have to be very, very good. So I wing with the best guys in the world in terms of daytime, and even at nighttime I wing with monstrous guys. Yeah. In terms of my clients, you don't have to be at that level to be a client, obviously, because you're still learning. So in terms of my clients, my expectation is one thing and one thing only, is that you take action. When we decide you're going to go in, you go in and you go for it. And whatever happens, doesn't matter. The only thing we decide is you say you're going in and you go for it. And actually, so far, every single client I've worked with has done that. Because ultimately, the guys who are attracted into my channel, they've got that drive, they've got that testosterone, they've got that bite. There's different types. There's creative types, there's more rational engineering types, and then there's even worked with more literary types as well. But fundamentally, they've got that testosterone in them. There's a bit of the dog in the guys that want to come in to do daytime approach. It's like guys who are a little bit sick of just following the social script, because the social script right now is leading them off a fucking cliff. Apps obviously don't favour men over the age of 30. They don't favour men under 6 foot. They don't favour some minorities. Most men are basically fucked on apps. Unless you're the perfect profile, you're fucked, which is completely ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous, right? Guys that can make women go completely weak at the knees, they don't even get a look in on dating apps. So boys, yeah, so in terms of winging, let me explain why I need to go with good guys. So even guys who are my students, if I personally try to wing with them, normally, first of all, they don't know how to wing. So you learn for yourself first of all. It's actually a separate learning curve to learn how to wing properly. So maybe that's a program I'll do in the future. I don't think most guys are that bothered that they want to learn how to wing, but it is a separate art in of itself. So for example, if I'm out and there's a 2 or 3 set, I need to be able to trust that my wing will do exactly the correct thing. Yeah, so if I'm out with Balthus Day Game or I'm out with Ephraim from Poole University, I don't need to tell them, and they already know because they're coaches themselves. They know exactly how to wing me. If I'm out with my wing from back in Sheffield and we're in clubs, I don't need to say anything to him. He already knows what to do. If I'm out with a wing who is just totally shit, that can burn my set to the ground. It can wreck my set. Even if the wing is just average, it can still wreck my set. And that happens all the time. It's happened with students, bless them, where they've done their sessions, they're really happy, and then we go and do a few approaches. So then they come and join me and I realise, oh shit, they've got no idea how to wing. And that's absolutely fine, because they're learning for themselves. Right? But in terms of my own sets, the guy's got to be fucking good, otherwise he's just going to slow me down. It's going to slow me down. If I'm approaching models, I need a guy alongside me who's fucking decent. So yeah, so you are, the guys you run with are very important. Yeah, and you know, you've got to get your bones, man. Both the guys who actually wing with me, like people like Balthus and Ephraim, they're putting in monstrous numbers of approaches, and they've invested thousands and thousands of pounds in their own training because they know this is an area of life that is important. And I was the same. I knew it was an area of life that was important to me, so I invested tons of money and tons of time into it to the point I'm able to do it with extreme proficiency. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. And so yeah, so that brings us on to the topic of gangs. So the error in this space is everyone thinking that they can do everything alone. And a lot of us are the kind of rugged individual types, but at a certain point we all have to mature and realise that nothing great really can be achieved alone. It really can't. You're so limited, because when you're with, let's say you're with 4 amazing guys. Let's say I had with me right now 4 guys who were producing content and were all amazing at daytime approach. Our multiplication wouldn't be 4x as effective. I would actually say we would be, it's more like, it's not even a force multiplier. It's not even a force like force squared. I would say it's like a force to the cube. So we would be what's that? 6, 16, 32, 48. We would be 64. I would be 64 times more effective with 4 incredible guys alongside me than I will be on my own. I'm effective on my own, but I've been in this sphere for a long time, and I know exactly how it works. One of my biggest issues in the past has been, you know, yeah, I'm good, but I don't have any assets alongside me. I don't have any allies. So my mastermind has provided that for me. My conception truly with Bratva is a private network, an elite level brotherhood, where cold approaching women, that's taken care of. That's just easy, because realistically it is pretty easy once you get good enough. It's just easy. It's like once you get strong enough to lift I don't know, to curl like 20 kilos. When you pick up a 10 kilo, which is it's still a decent weight, you don't even feel it. It's just nothing, right? So getting girlfriends, getting wives, getting a stream of beautiful women, that's just taken care of easily. What I'm more interested in is the bigger game. Of content production, influence in the world, money, finances, buying properties all over the world, and having an international brotherhood where the guys have a similar vision to me, or at least willing to countenance my vision, which is totally international lifestyle of sovereign men who actually assist each other and work together in a spirit of fraternity in order to achieve higher objectives. And it also feels good when you work like that as well. It feels more natural. You know, we're not individuals. Like, I'm not a communist, but we are not individuals. You can't survive as an individual in any meaningful way. Even in nature, I don't think you can really survive. Yeah, we are naturally want to work together. And that just works in every single sphere. And so yeah, so if you're actually, if you're the type of guy who, if this is resonating with you, you're going, yeah, I'm actually sick of being alone. I'm sick of facing all of these dragons on my own. Like, I need the special forces alongside me. Yeah, call the wing bro, because this is what my channel is about, and this is what I'm building long term. Let's have a look here. Boys, yeah, forming a gang first. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so we've got Balthus in here, yeah. The gang is so important, man. The gang is so important. Balthus has got a very similar setup to me, where he's got his local gangsters, and then he's got his international gangsters. And your local guys, it's probably statistically less likely you're going to have great cold approach guys in your city who understand the whole thing, but you can still get good guys alongside you, and that's what he's done, and he's absolutely crushing it, and he's having fun in Ghent. That's what I'm like when I'm in Sheffield, you know, because I've got guys there who, it's not a great city, but we have a fucking blast, and we absolutely kill it because we're together. But this is just women. This is trivial, man. This is trivial. What we can achieve, really, let me just give you, this is not too much of an exaggeration. This is, the right people will hear this and understand my vision. Okay, the president of Venezuela just got kidnapped last week, yeah? Maduro. Yeah, before him was Hugo Chavez. They basically had a communist takeover of Venezuela 27 years ago in the late 90s, right? That came, and okay, it was terrible for the country, right? As it was in Cuba as well. But that came to fruition because 4 guys, Chavez and 3 other guys, 3 military guys, formed a pact in the 80s. It was something like the 200, Revolution 200. That we are going to bring about basically an ethno-nationalist communist revolution. So the ethnic majority in Venezuela, a significant population, are what you describe as like natives, you know, Native Americans, and it is a nativist movement, also a communist movement as well. You get that a lot in Latin America. It tends to be the same cast of characters. Nativist communist types, they come in and they take over, and there's usually like a European elite, and they usurp them, right? Turns out they didn't really know how to run the country, which was very bad for everybody in Venezuela, bad for all concerned. But the point is this: 4 guys took over a whole country. 4 guys with a pact said, we are going to do this, yep, and we'll be focused on a common objective. Do you realize how powerful that is? To actually understand how powerful that is. Cuba did the same. When the grandma got beached, and like all of the, this is in Cuba, in the revolution in '59, they had 200 guys come in. They were down to 3. They were all dead apart from 3, which was Castro, yeah, Guevara, and 1 other dude. Yeah, 3 guys, and they took over the whole of Cuba in the 50s. 3 guys, yeah, took an entire country. Do you realize the power we actually have if we start to work together? Obviously the guys have to be fucking good, and this is my point. It's not just anybody, have to be good guys. But that's what it always comes down to. Never believe all this corporate commie bullshit, oh, we need to be in this massive group. It always comes down to a few guys. That's what it always comes down to. And that's what you got. You have small ethnic groups as well who do very well. People talk about the Jews. That's obviously one small ethnic group who, because of cohesion and a shared goal, they've done very well. They've survived, frankly. They've survived thousands of years. Yeah, for one thing, which is no small achievement when you even have a nation state. But you have other groups who've done similar things as well. The Lebanese, they run half of South America. They basically run Brazil. Small ethnic group that is culturally cohesive. Yeah, the Irish did very well for a period in the USA. Small ethnic group, culturally cohesive, right? But I'm not even talking about on that scale. I'm just talking about a small group of guys building an absolutely gangster regime and a gangster life together, where you start to think about property acquisitions, business acquisition. You start to control a lot more. Yeah, it's a force multiplier. And an older Western European fucking whitey over here, and anyone else who's in a rugged individualist, everyone's doing it alone, solo effing, solo missioning, not realizing that, you know, James Bond, well, first of all, he's not real, but even James Bond has got a shitload of people supporting him. He's got Q and M and 006 and all this type of thing, right? So, yeah, I think I've illustrated it there well enough. You need to be in a gang. You need to be in a gang. And that's on the serious stuff. Just on a lighter note, when you're with other boys and you're in a gang, it's actually fun. It's actually fun. You know, that's another thing we can lose sight of with approach and everything, like making it this militant thing. It's not militant, it's fun. This is the chill stuff, right? It's all just fun. Yep. The best illustration of this is Frank Sinatra and his Rat Pack. Frank Sinatra and I think 3 or 4 other guys, they would get on stage. It was like comics, singers, and they would just get on stage together and they would just riff. And they killed it. Had this run in Las Vegas. Everyone came to see them. Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack. And all they were doing was going up and having the time of their lives. And then getting paid millions for it. It's easy mode, it's fun. It's fun. So when you've got a gang like that, you've got a Rat Pack, you just go around having fun. Everything is more fun, you know? And this is the real male advantage. The real male advantage is this: we actually work together. A lot of women have complaints that, you know, other women don't really work together in the same way. You know, they have friends and everything, but there is something about, you know, a gang of guys, like, they will fully work together. Look at the fucking mafia. Look at how much of the US they controlled. You know, the mafia, dude. It's just a bunch of guys. They don't have any advantages. So hopefully this is illustrating things for you. Oh, you feel your results are stronger goods. How do you deal with competition and jealousy with wings? I don't have competition and jealousy. You know, the guys I'm with, they're all good. What am I expecting? Like, and what are people expecting from me? If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. You know. And so my friend back home, my main wing back home, he's a phenom. He's an absolute phenom. He always has been since he was a kid. The guys I'm with, you know, like the guy been out with Balfus and Ephraim, yeah, they're very good. They're very good, but you're an absolute pussy if you're jealous of another guy getting some poon. You're literally a complete pussy. You're supposed to look out for your mates. You're supposed to be happy when your mates... Do you realise what a feminized mentality... I know this is just a question, but it's just occurring to me now. What a feminized bitch mentality it is. What a crab mentality it is to be annoyed when your friend is getting poon. You are just a fucking loser. You're not all my friend's getting some tits in his face. What kind of loser nonsense is that? Yeah? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah? So, let's say in Barcelona, for example, I already knew that Ephraim was going to be good because I've seen him infield. I knew that Christian was going to be good because I've seen him in infields. I actually didn't know that Balfour was going to be good because I'd never seen him doing any infields. And then I got out with him, we were winging, and I was like, oh great, yeah, he loves it. He's well in there. And then the more I watched him, I was like, hey, this guy's actually good. I actually think I'm looking at him, especially in Belgrade, I was like, yeah, I can actually learn a couple of things from this guy. Brilliant. it's very hard for me to find people to learn from, because if you're here, yeah, you can't learn from anybody down here. You need someone else who's up there, and they maybe got different characteristics to you. So that was an amazing experience to win with Balthus and Ephraim, because we're all good, we all know we're good, and we are all effective, but each of us has got slight inflections to our game. Ephraim's volume is absolutely off the charts, and his smoothness is very good as well. And I'm like, okay, wow. I mean, I thought I did some good volume. This guy's completely different level. And then some of the stuff I learned with Balthus was his mostly his eye contact. I like just how good he's got that. Now I've upped my game there as well. And I think they probably learned stuff from me about a bit more authority, a bit more persistence when you don't just let the girls go. Actually, sometimes girls you think are not interested, they actually will be. And you can flip them right around if you just say, no, I'm talking to you now. So that's a strong aspect of my game, which now they're able to take that because they've seen it. They know I'm no different to them. They can do it as well. Yeah. So actually, being around good guys, you're so stupid if jealousy is like the only thing you feel. Maybe you can feel a little pinch of jealousy if they're way ahead of you. But if they're basically similar to you and they're getting good girls, you should be trying to learn from them. And in male competition, we're competing for the wrong thing. We're competing for women, man. Competing for the wrong thing. That should just be easy. It's like, well, we're all gonna get. Again, this is a Latino mentality, right? Or like this is a low level. Some of the Latinos fuck each other on this one because they'll fight over one girl, and or there's guys that will do that. Spanish guys will do that as well. Whereas me and my friend Felipe and Nath and a couple of other guys back in the day, it's like, well, how about this? How about instead of fighting over one girl, we team up and we get 10 girls each? Why don't we do that? Wouldn't that be a better solution to the scenario, right? That was back in the 20s. Now 10 is a bit too much. Like 1 or 2 or 3 is fine these days. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, competition and jealousy. I mean, I don't know what kind of level these people are on, dude. I don't know. Yeah, some guys can't handle it. You gotta look at yourself. And really, honestly, like, just getting women is a peasant's goal. It's a peasant's goal. It's a baseline that you have to sort out, which is why I've done this channel, and it's why I've started a service based on this. It's a bleeding neck problem, right? I wouldn't have been interested in a business in this space if it was an optional extra. I'm not interested in a business where it's an optional extra. My existing business is not an optional extra for the people who are involved in it, for my clients. Getting a decent woman in your life is not an optional extra. Yeah, you have to do it. Yeah, it's what we call a bleeding neck problem, which is why I've set up in this space. Yeah. Also, it also happens that like it's something I'm passionate about and actually good at as well. Let's have a look here. Yeah, the only good wing celebrates your wins and isn't jealous. Yeah, exactly. I mean, when I see like my wings, I get a kick off it. I love it. I'm like, yes, bro, yes. I just love watching it. And the guys I've winged with, Balthus, Ephraim, Dynasty, Daniel Day Game in Manchester, Senator Winner. Oh my God, what an absolute animal. I've only winged for about 5 minutes with Christian. I'd like to do more with him. It was fun. It was really fun. I fucking love it. And I also just love I love being in a group, watching all my teammates all just flying in at the same time. Because you start to watch it, it's like, we are like the special forces. We're like the fucking SEAL team that just landed in Caracas and they killed like 100 guys, like 20 of them killed like 100 guys without taking a single casualty. That's kind of what it's like watching. You're looking around, no one even dares do any approaches. We're going in, we're like just bulldozing our way, spattering our way through the city. It's cool as fuck, man. Like, we don't need to overstate what it is. We're not changing the course of world history, or we don't think we are. But like, it's fucking cool. It's amazing. So I love being out with good guys, and yeah, if one of the guys is doing better, like was having a better day than me, I really don't care. all I need to do is do one good approach, and I'm sorted. Realistically, in any given scenario, in any given country, I need one good approach, and that girl within a matter of days, weeks, could be, you know, having orgasmic sex with me. So how good do I, like, the odds are vastly in my favor, yeah, vastly, yeah. So this metric of like whoever gets the most girls is, oh, he's the man, he's the best guy. That's not how it really works. That's not how it really works. If you're all good, you're all going to get hot chicks, okay? There's plenty to go around, right? There's much more hot girls to go around than there are confident guys who know what they're doing. So you don't need to worry about, like, you know, this. Yeah, there might be some guys, let's say we go out, we do 20 approaches one day. There might be one guy who gets 10 numbers. There might be a guy who gets 5. There might be a guy who gets 12 numbers, yeah? That means the worst guy got 5 numbers, yeah? It's still fucking good. It's still fucking sick, yeah? So, like, it's like in a football team, right? You might have in a top football team, you have the fullback. He doesn't score as many goals as a striker, but he's still the fullback. He's still integral to the team, yeah? You know, he still brings a lot to the team. So that's the way I see it, to be honest. Yeah, this is the benefit of gangs. You're better off being in a gang. You just are, essentially. Virtual is good, but I think in person is where the magic is. Like yesterday, I went out to do a photo shoot yesterday, and went out with these two Haitian guys, these two Haitian photographers. It was a little bit fucked up, like this classic Haitians. Like, I'm like, yeah, we'll meet at 5:30 because I want to get there for 4:30. I want to get there for for while the sun is still out. And then he's like, yeah, sure. I messaged him at 4:30. He's like, I'm like, where are you? He's like, I'm just gonna order the Uber now. Half an hour later, he's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm here. And he's in the wrong place. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll find you. I know where you are. Just not very organised, like not very professional, but really cool guys. So we go out and we do this photo shoot, and I'm asking this, I'm asking that. He's giving me advice on how I should pose. Just as a little bit of a hack I've discovered for doing photography. If you're a guy, we're not naturally posers, right? What I found was, I'm a man of action, right? I'm a man in action. Right? I look, for example, I look better when there's a video of me dancing or playing football than there is a video of me just stood there. Yeah, I'm not a statuesque type of person, but when I actually move, I look good. I've got fluidity, right? Because that's developed. And what I found yesterday was, as all the poses and stuff, I really dislike doing them. I tried to do them, but I really fucking hate them. I really felt like it just feels fucking womanish, man, just posing. I literally just felt like a woman. I hated it. So we started to experiment with different things, and I said, like, let me pick up my phone and I'll just pretend I'm doing a phone call. I'll just do some acting. And as soon as I started to do more acting, the photos looked sick. The photos looked really, really good. Yeah. So that's actually a good tip for guys who are doing photo shoots. Do some acting. Bring some props with you. Bring a mate with you. Bring your girlfriend with you, whatever you want to do. That's how you're going to look good. Posing as men, I just don't think, just like, we can do little poses here and there, but it's much more of a womanish thing in my opinion, the posing. But the point was, I was out with these two guys, we were trying stuff. We were a little group, a little massif going around, they were getting the lights on, we were stopping in the middle of the road, stopping traffic, doing photos. We were just doing loads of different things. And because there's 3 of us, we were bouncing ideas off each other face to face, right? And so that's just kind of how it works. And so the magic, you just can't, the magic is undefeated really when you sprinkle that magic of IRL on anything and it's just undefeated. It's undefeated. Defense, think about this, right? Defense. Just at the level of like street defense. What are you going to do on your own? Yeah, you're not going to do much on your own. Yeah, all you can do as a single guy is negotiate. That's all you can do. Yeah, but if you actually have 10 guys with you, no one's really going to do anything to you. Yeah, you're going to win the confrontation before it's even started. Then you think obviously the higher level of the military and stuff like that, they have to work together. Yeah. Is this a psyop? Is the population being psyoped? You know, by even people like Jordan Peterson, who talks about individualism. It's not fucking real, dude. It's not real. You can't succeed beyond a certain point, and you get burnt out as well as an individual. There's only so much you can do alone. There might be time where you need to take a backward step. You need to take some time off. Then your brotherhood comes in, can take over for you. That's kind of what a business is, really. It's kind of brotherhood in a way. So yeah, we're just down to a few viewers. Any more questions or comments, boys? Thank you for joining me on the live today. Yeah, I'm here in the mall. Oh, just had running errands and so on. I'm realizing like my main business away from Wingbro. Oh my God, I've just had some business issues this week, completely my own doing. Just realizing I just don't care anymore, if I'm being honest. I don't care about my own business anymore, apart from the money. I'm very professional, I show up, I do everything I should, I just don't care anymore. I've been doing it for too long. I had some problems this week, I fucked up some things. I'm like, I don't even fucking care. As long as the cash is still coming, I don't really give a shit. Which is, it's not fully how I like to live. It's not fully how I like to live. So that's why I'm, setting things up for Wingbro, setting things up for you guys. If you're struggling in this area of your life, and you know, basically, if you're a highly intelligent guy who hesitates, who overthinks, and you realize it's kind of annoying that dumb guys seem to be getting hotter girls than me. I really feel like I need some assistance here. I feel you, my friend. I understand. Most of the guys in this space are highly intelligent guys who they almost need an intellectual pathway into this, and this is really what I provide you with. I provide an intellectual pathway into the action. We have to take action, but I provide you with furnish you with the intellectual pathway to do that, the reasoning, and then the theory as well, the male-female dynamics. And what's interesting is the theory is accurate because I give people concrete advice in my remit, and it always works, literally every single time, because I've tried it all myself. So my theory is based on it's based on practice, really. But I think a lot of guys, you do need the theory in the background. Like, why should you be a leader? Evolutionary psychology dictates men should be leaders to women. Why? Well, that's a separate video. But the fact I've got this kind of background, and I'm able to break things down like this, I think it's helpful for a lot of guys. Somebody who listens to the content. And on immersions, man, when I actually work with people, we have a lot of very interesting conversations. It's you know, a lot of cool conversations, and then in between that, you're just going in approaching hot women. It's like playing a round of golf. You know, you're chatting about business, you're chatting about the world. You know, you're exchanging information and ideas and thoughts and so on. And then in between that, you're going off and doing you know, doing your approaches. And it can be quite an intimate thing as well, in terms of, you know, this is a real underside to men. Like, it's a nerve-wracking thing, you know. And you go in, you get a blowout. It can definitely make a difference. Or guys feeling nervous, you need to have the right type of guy alongside you. Like, sometimes I rant and rave on these lives, but I'm actually, when it comes to the immersion, people are like sometimes like, you're not nicer than I was expecting, you know, because I understand. You know, you need that other side as well, the yin and the yang. Not just being a complete taskmaster the whole time. Like, I will push people in, but at the same time, you know, I understand, like, the other side to it, the emotional side to it, the guys who go through. So, yeah, the yin and the yang, both sides of things. So, boys, we'll leave things there for today. Hopefully this has been beneficial for you. I'm Wingbro. If you want to find out more about me, josephwingbro.com. Go and check out my website, or maybe it's wingbrojoseph.com. I've actually forgotten my own site. I only put it up a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, a lot of bonus things in there for you. For the time being though, just go check out my site, check out the rest of my videos. My channel is going to be going from strength to strength this year. I finally, to say I was a newbie to YouTube is an understatement. I had less than zero clue how to do YouTube at all when I started, and I've only just learned. I've had like quite a few clients, and I've really only just learned anything about how YouTube actually works. I mean, I had zero understanding at all, and so that gives me a lot of confidence going forward. Now that I've actually got half of a clue what to do, the views will increase, and also, more importantly, the right guys will come through, because that's all I give a shit about. I just care about building the mafia and helping guys. As I say, if I could do this via telepathy, I would do, but this is the best, this is the next best thing to actually help me get out there, get the message out there. Boys, if you could see what I'm seeing right now, like, even the milfs out, Jesus fucking Christ. Honestly, boys, yeah, Dominican Republic, man, it's truly a hidden gem. Forget Brazil. Brazil is for amateurs, mate. Brazil's for amateurs. Brazil's where you go when you've just been taken in by propaganda. You don't really know where the real batty is. Brazil's nothing. Brazil's absolutely nothing. It's not even in my top 10 fittest countries. It's probably in my bottom 5 fittest countries. Brazil is not, the girls aren't that fit. Yeah, the top 1% are ridiculous, I will grant you that. But I don't want the top 1%. I want the average girl on the street to be hot. That's what you've got in Dominican Republic, that's what you've got in Serbia. That's why I love these places. Yeah, the odds are massively in your favour. I don't need to do anything out here, just to walk out my door. It's ridiculous. I'll go and do a little approach tonight, just to get the cobwebs out. So yeah, boys, we'll leave things there for today. Build your mafia, boys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you are interested in actually speaking with me face to face, calendly.com/wingbro. Do not suffer alone. That's the last thing I'll say. Don't suffer alone. You're not going to do this alone. Yeah, I'm in Dominican Republic, the island of Hispaniola, discovered by Christopher Columbus in the 1500s. Do not try and do this alone. Yeah, it's just too difficult. It's too difficult. Join a gang. Take over the world.